Now, the Kenyan youth have been out in the street protesting, demonstrating. Let's talk about this because who is sitting on Jackie Matubia's star?
Yeah.
Who is who is somewhere with her doll and just what's it called?
The voodoo dolls.
Yeah, who has a voodoo doll? Because baby girl has been going through it since Kitambo. Now, she got on an interview and she was giving her life story, sort of what you'd see in a book, in an autobiography. So anyway, this girl tells her story and it just puts it into perspective, the hardships that she has been through. Because sometimes when somebody does what they do, you're usually like, what was the reason? What is happening in your mind? And finally, she did put it all out. She starts by narrating her childhood where her mom and dad got separated. She went to London to live with her
Dad.
And then fast forward, she comes back to Kenya to live with her mom. Already, that's a very interesting situation because you've now come to another country.
Culture shock.
It's culture shock. You're very withdrawn. You don't know how to make friends. And then there's also the financial difference because she comes back to live with her mom in Kenya and they're living in Kawangware, more specifically Mudhama, because you not always have the inside intel, baby girl. Yeah, her mom knows my mom. Anyway, fast forward, she gets into primary school and she goes to Lavington Academy. Still, there's that disparity because this is where you're living and this is who you're going to school with. So, of course, it's a bit interesting. And she says her troubles with being a very rebellious kid in school. And the one time she can really remember when she cut a girl's hair. She had really long hair and she cut her hair just because. And she got into real trouble because of it, but they could not kick her out because apparently her grandfather owned the land. Nepo baby. So they gave her her own classroom. She couldn't be expelled. So they gave her her own classroom and teachers would come to teach her individually. Talk of one-on-one care, okay? Fast forward, she gets into university and realizes her love for drama, gets into the drama club where she gets into connection with Miss Morgan from Tahidi High and OJ that come to act the set books. Fast forward, that kind of catapults her into the industry, into acting, and she gets into Tahidi High. After that, she gets married to Rubani, the pilot, and she says they were in love. It was good. They have their daughter, I think, the next year. And after that, she says that the marriage was difficult. It was a very difficult situation. It was always back and forth. I have packed my bags. I have left. I have come back. And after 7 years of all of this, she was just like, you know what? I cannot do it anymore. And she finally decides to leave this person, gets into, I think now, her job in TV ends. And around the time when she broke up with her husband, it was the time he was being exposed on Edgar Barry. If y'all remember. You know, like when we see things on news, we never remember that it's a real life situation happening. And Aurora really had an opinion about this, but she says she was super depressed, but on the interview she was acting real strong because I remember how hilarious it was when Edgar Barry was reaching out to her and she was very blasé about the whole situation. But this was her marriage that had ended because of his infidelity. And here she was acting strong, telling Edgar Barry, if you're going to post my picture, let me send you another one. And just like, girl, you're so funny. Gets into TV, suffers another heartbreak. Gets off of TV, it's COVID, there are no jobs. She doesn't know what to do. She's also suffering another heartbreak. Fast forward now, here she is with Blessing. Gets another baby with this man, and then he moves the way he's moving. So she chooses her kids and decides, okay, this is not happening anymore. Now, did she not receive heat for the same situation? People are not saying, you know, if you have two baby daddies and they have all left, you're the common denominator. Perhaps words I may have used. So now this girl is suffering everywhere. But we're looking at it as it's a joke.
It's entertainment.
It's very entertaining news. But she was saying she was super depressed about the whole situation. She just wanted to act very tough in front of the internet. But right now she says she's in a really good place. We've been seeing it. She's been doing really well and we're happy for her and for our contribution. to all hardship. You know, while we're giving entertainment news, we really forget that it's real people involved. So, hi Jackie. Sorry, Jackie.
Jackie. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, babes.
Girl. Hey. Honestly, it is such a difficult conversation to have, especially. And it's true. Whenever we're speaking about people, we're speaking about that one isolated story.
Yeah.
We're not like joining the whole thing. It's like we're not playing join the dots or connect the dots. It's not. It's not a Jenga game where we're like, okay, did we look at this one down here? If we remove this one, will it fall? No. That's not what we're doing. We're literally looking at one story that is going on at that time, and unfortunately, because it's trending, we're part of the conversation. We just gotta talk about it. So it is sad. But ultimately, it is the reality of being a public figure. It is just what it is. Like, we can't... We too get flamed, Jackie. We too get flamed. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? Once you get in the limelight, it is what it is. Like, it is painful. You suffer on your own and whatever. But it doesn't help that she was also giving this like super blasé
she was rude.
verdict. She was kind of also a mean girl, you know. And unfortunately, when you start telling us that you cut some girl's hair in primary school, we're just like, okay, so she's been a mean girl. You know, it's unfortunately what you present also, the way you actually carry yourself in a state of trauma or in a state of distress also reflects badly on you. No offense. You don't really
Inspire
give
confidence.
you don't really inspire sympathy or empathy.
Yeah.
No offense. That's kind of the situation. But we are sorry for flaming you during those difficult times, and we hope that you are doing a lot better. We're happy for you, and we hope that you get into another happy relation. Like, we hope your life actually comes together now. Like, let it just, like, you know.
She's been working hard.
Like, if it's the career is doing well. If you find love, we'll be happy for you, and we will be the first to preach about it. Moving on really swiftly, sorry, Jackie Matubia. And for anyone else who flamed who was going through a rough time, sorry, but like, oh, it is what it is. Yeah.
We're gonna help somebody out with our next segment of